Hi you guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So tonight we're gonna have an easy meal that I'm prepping for tomorrow night and the next night actually. So it's one of those meals that, or we're gonna have it tonight and then we'll have it again maybe night after last, I don't know, and we'll take it for lunches. I'm gonna take the easy way out and use one of these handy aluminum pans. And while I've got you here, I'm going to go ahead and check my pasta because I have pasta on, and so I don't want to overcook it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, and everybody's done this, everybody does it different, but I'm going to make tuna casserole. And tuna casserole is seriously all it is some vegetables, some cream and mushroom soup. You can have canned vegetables, frozen vegetables. It doesn't matter, but we love it, and that's all that matters. And it feeds a lot of people for very little. So that's what we're going to do tonight, and I've got my veggies all prepped. I have celery, carrots, some fresh green beans, and a can of water chestnuts for crunch. And they're kind of oxidizing, but that's okay. And then I have 2 cans of tuna. I have a tuna that I hadn't really ever heard of. It's Tonno, and I tried it. I don't know that I like it any more than albacore, and so I have albacore also. And then I have 2 cans of cream and mushroom soup. It's your choice what you bring into the mix. So I've got pasta over on the stove boiling in salty water, and I'm going to use, I usually use egg noodles, but tonight I have no egg noodles, so I'm going to use large elbow macaroni, and then I'm just going to bring you back when I'm over at the stove doing up the veggies, because I try to do mine fresh if I can. So we'll go over there and I'll bring you back. All right, guys, now it's time for me. I saute the vegetables. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to saute some vegetables up. I've got this little skillet is heated up. I don't need a ton. So, nice. I put some olive oil down in there. I want all of the green beans and most of the carrots. I'm not concerned if I can't use all these because I overestimate a lot on how much I think I'm going to need, which means I end up cooking for an army and I don't need to. So what I'm going to do with the rest of the veggies that I've chopped up, I'll save them for another dish, and that's all good. So we're just going to saute these until they're tender, and then we're going to put them in the mix. Actually, I love lots of veggies, so whoop, man down. One jumped over. What are we gonna do? And that, oh yeah. And 2 jumped over. Hello. I didn't say it was okay. So we're just gonna saute these till they're tender, and then we can put them in with the casserole. And I seriously, I'm gonna use them all. I normally don't. A lot of times, back in the day, all I was taught to use was a can of Veg-All, which is the mixed vegetables. I mean, I still will revert back to that. It's easy, it's quick, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking I'd like to have fresh if I can. If I was going to do this from dehydrated, I'd have to think ahead and have my game on as far as dehydrating, or rehydrating, excuse me. So, I'm just going to sprinkle this with a little sea salt, not much, and let these kind of render down a little bit. And then when they render down, and I'm ready to put this whole casserole together, I'll bring you back, and you're gonna be amazed. It's beautiful, it's easy, it's inexpensive, and it feeds an army. So I don't know who we're feeding, but we're gonna feed somebody. And this is my Zuppa Toscana soup for tomorrow. Letting it cool on the back burner. Just let it cool down to room temperature, and then I'll put it in the fridge. It's gonna be delicious. So I'll bring you back when I'm ready to put this all together. Okay. Alright guys, I'm back and I have our pastas in here. This is enough to feed a lot of people. So I was trying to figure out how much it might cost. And this would be a budget meal for a large family as well. I'm thinking, just because you've got $1, maybe $1.25 worth of pasta in here, depending on your area in the country and where what you're doing, where you're buying it. I'm really leery about buying stuff now from the dollar store because you look and it's made in another country, which I really don't have anything against another country except that they may not have the guidelines that I'm secure with. So anyways, so you can see all those vegetables I chopped up and the water chestnuts are down here. Really wasn't very much. So I kind of wish I would have more. That's just Linda. Anyway, so now we're going to put in the tuna. Tuna's kind of messy, and I'm just going to admit it and go for it. You're going to get in here with your fingers, and you're going to crumble it all up. And I use 2 cans. You could get by with 1 can of tuna for, if you're trying to feed a large family on a budget, there's no reason you can't use 1 can of tuna. It may not be the daily allowance of protein, but hopefully you're adding protein somewhere else. But it certainly will fill their belly. So as you can see, this would fill somebody's belly. I'm going to add 2 cans. Hold on here. Sometimes albacore is hard to break up, and so I liked it. There's really no other way. I try to do it with a fork. I try to do it with this, and I'm just going to do it like this, and then I'm going to use a nice nail brush and scrub my nails. And then, there you go. And these are both 7-ounce cans. So 14 ounces of protein. But 6 ounces of protein would be good for this, right? So while I have the chance and my hands are already dirty and I'm still breaking up stuff, I'm gonna kind of go in around and make a mess. I'm sure I'm gonna make a mess. Okay. So now that we're ready to, this could use what I would have preferred. I wish I would have thought about it. A red bell pepper would have been great in there. But I'm just rinsing my hands quickly. They're not at all clean by any means. But I've got 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. And I'm just going to bring that down over. And this is just one of those favorites that we go to. You are going to be really excited when you see everything that goes into this. It's simple, it's easy. It's one of the very first things that I learned to cook as a young cook. And it's funny because nowadays I have young people in my classes all the time and they don't cook and they have no interest. And I go, well, how are you going to feed your family? They don't care because they'll go eat fast food. That's how they do it, or they buy it ready-made in a box, in a container, in a can. I'm really kind of feeling sorry for them. So I'm hoping if you're watching this and you're one of those that you take this recipe and make it your own, because this is going to be delicious. It's going to feed a ton of people. on less than you would spend on a fast food meal for one person, guaranteed. So, there you go. Anyway, this will feed 6, 8 people. I don't know. Sometimes my son and my husband get after these casseroles big time, but my husband is the only one here, so he's gonna have to do the getting after. Okay, you guys, I am back, and I've mixed, I don't know how many goopy handfuls of cheese in here. No, I've got about a cup of grated cheddar cheese down here, and I want to, the reason I'm pushing and smushing is I want this to heat through evenly. So really and truly, going in and smushing, and now we're going to add the topping. I didn't include all of it because I had to literally do a 5-minute nail brush cleaning of the nails. I'll wear gloves next time for this apparatus. I mean, I normally don't have to get my hands in there, so wasn't really ready for that. And so I'm putting this crushed potato chip topping. You can do no topping. You could do a panko butter kind of topping. It makes it fun to have a topping. If you don't have this available, don't do it. Sprinkle a little cheese on there, put some foil on top, or whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. This isn't an exact recipe. Can't do it any other way. And then I'm going to put it in the 350 degree oven until it is bubbling all the way through. I chose this foil pan for convenience because I work 2 jobs and my husband works, I think he works 4, I'm not sure. But we don't have time to cook for the next couple of days. So this will be lunches and dinners and you name it. And who doesn't love potato chips? Gosh. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. And I think we're going to make it taste amazing right there. So we're going to grab up some of this. I'm scared because it's really hot. But that being said, it's all good. And I'm just going to have a bite of my husband's because he never minds. Most of the time he really doesn't mind unless it includes, let's see, crab, shrimp. I better be replacing it. Lobster, that kind of thing. When he's not here, it's really not okay to just grab up. So, ooh. Look at that. That is just a melty, gooey mess of, you can't deny how good that is. And then you got that crunchy topping. How do you do it? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna say this is 1 huge serving and love. Okay, I'm going to take a bite, so it's smaller if I take a bite. But we'll say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say 6 giant servings for $10. That's a great value. I would say it's closer to, if you have something else to go with it, it would be closer to 10, because I would have half of this and a salad and maybe some side vegetable, and yeah. So anyway, but if this is all you're gonna get, oh my goodness, it's delicious. And I wish I could sing song better, but I feel kind of hoarse still. And I have to go 2 11-hour days tomorrow and the next day. I hope I can get through it, truly. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab a piece of crunchy, and some pasta from underneath that's all gooey and yummy, and that's really hot. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's got some steam coming off of it. Okay, I'll take a bite. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't care who you are, that is delicious. You can still see the steam coming off that. The crunch on the top and the crunch in the middle from the water chestnuts. Come on, you guys. It's delicious, and this will feed an army and for pennies. So I hope it helps you think outside the box. I hope it inspires you to come back, think about something that you might not have thought of, and come back, see me, subscribe, punch a thumbs up if you like it. And I'm sorry I'm hoarse, but if you really like it, post it on Facebook and I'll give you a giggle. Anyway, love it, you guys. Okay, God bless.